all of this right here, all of this is just high energy, go, 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 fun, fun, fun. It better be wonderful, or joyous clouds, rainbows, unicorns, party hats, music, boom, all that stuff, right? Do y'all get it? And then all of a sudden, she drops this big bomb of belief. And basically what this big bomb is, that not only are all those things are important, but she's extremely stubborn about all those things. Yes. In other words, you can't get her to be a part of anything that isn't all of those things I just described. Does that sound like you, Lisa?
100% me.
Okay. So when we're looking at those strengths being so high, obviously we're seeing some very, we'll call them hard, we'll call them hard-edged, right? Or my friend Spring would call it pointy strengths, very low. These are not, the strengths that are more pointy for you would be, like I said, deliberative, discipline, consistency, command. These kinds of strengths would be lower, or at least in the middle. Does that sound right too?
Absolutely, yes.
Okay. So let's talk about real quick, to make this simple, to help everybody else understand how I do this. I take a look at each of the domains of each of these strengths, okay? And then we've gotten a really good idea of, so we've got 3 influencing, and then everyone can see my screen, right? Where I'm drawing all this stuff. Okay, cool. I want to make sure. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 relationship building, right?
Yep.
And then just 1 little executing strength, just so that the world knows you do care about certain things getting done. You're not unproductive. Okay, it just looks like a lot of fun. All right, so what are we looking at here? So 6 relationship building, 3 influencing. Is it true that you love, or you are energized by doing things in a way that honors your desire to connect with the right people and then move them forward?
Yes.
And it has to go in that order.
Yes, it does.
Okay. So what does that mean? Okay, well, if we're trying to build a doTERRA business, then if I were to tell Lisa, hey, I want you to go talk to those people so that you can go get some people to do the business with you, that would be a de-energizing process. Would you say that's true?
Completely.
But if I say, go connect with those people, and if there's anybody that would like to move forward in the business with you, we can talk with them later about that, but only after they've told you they're interested. Would you say that that's true?
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
Okay, so the focus and the agenda here is really just to connect, right? Because through the connection comes then the honoring the desire of moving people forward. I will only set goals with those who tell me they want to set goals after we have connected on that process. Yes?
Yes.
So people understand this is not about what's faster or slower or what's right or what's wrong. It's about what energizes her. So Lisa, are you currently building a doTERRA business?
I am.
Okay, what is your current rank?
Elite.
Elite. Okay, brilliant. So it's fair to say that you're at the belief that the products work for anybody who will use them. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay, so now we're at the point of working on leadership.
Yes.
Okay. So then what we want to do is go, okay, well, how does Lisa lead, right? How do relationship builders lead? And clearly right here, we're seeing it is through connection. Yes?
Yes.
All right, one question. Are you in a leadership position anywhere other than doTERRA?
Not by title.
Who cares about titles, right?
Then yes. Especially
you, right? Like really, who cares about titles?
Yeah, exactly.
What position of leadership are you in? Is it in church or something?
It's medical staffing.
Okay. What do you do for medical staffing?
Credentialing the providers.
Okay. And in what way are you in leadership?
Because I have a responsibility for there's initials and reappointments. I do all the initials and make sure that everybody is exactly where they need to be.
Oh, okay. I'm going to write that down.
Documentation.
make sure everyone, look at this, is where they need to be. Do you see that?
Yes.
All right. So in what is your, okay, so if I were to look at your strengths, and we'll do this easiest way. So if we were looking at your strengths, what I always start with is the number 5. And so I'm sure a lot of people are going to wonder why I start with 5. For now, you're just going to have to not get that answer. Okay. I'm going to go through 3 of these reports. So I'd love to tell you why, but for this sake of the argument, we're going to start here. Positivity, contagious enthusiasm. Okay.
Yep.
Where does contagious enthusiasm show up in your responsibility where you do with your work?
I bend over backwards to help them get what they need when they're not able to do it on their own.
Okay.
So I will go the extra mile for them.
So go the extra mile. Are you excited about that?
I'm excited to make a difference and make life easier for them.
Okay. So first, make a difference. And how do you know you're making a difference and life easier?
Because they verbally are appreciative.
Give me, well, okay. How do you know what to do is what I'm saying.
I know my resources where I go to help them.
Aha, know my resources. Look at that. Okay. I know my resources. Brilliant. Let's go to strength number 1. Woo. How do you win them over when you're making a difference, and their life easier, and by knowing your resources? How do you win them over?
I think it's because I'm happy, and I literally just take the pressure off of them so that they know that it gets done. I don't know if that's the right answer, but I think that's.
Well, I'm not concerned with the right answer. I just want to know what you like.
Well, I like knowing that it relieves the pressure off of them, because that's my job to do this, and I'm happy to help them.
Okay, knowing. Brilliant. Okay, knowing. Communication is number 2. Where does speaking passionately from your heart come in?
Pretty much anytime another human's involved.
In what way?
Because I feel I'm on this earth to make a difference and make somebody's life better.
Okay. Where does your voice come in here? When you're speaking passionately, where does it come in? When it's obviously a relationship builder, right?
Right.
So obviously it has to do with other people. Do you feel like you speak passionately for those who aren't?
Yes, exactly. I'm always sticking up for those.
That's better. That's better. That's
Yeah.
better. Keep going. Sticking up for who?
I always stick up for those who either struggle to stick up for themselves or portray that they're not able to do it. I stick up for the underdog.
All right. I love it. Empathy, feeling the feelings of others. Where does that come in?
Oh my God, every breath I take.
Why do you feel the feelings of others? Why?
Because my past, I don't want people to feel like I've ever felt, whether it be unincluded or discarded or unimportant.
Context is low for you?
Yes.
Okay. Developer, last one, and then we'll go, and I'll close up on the last ones. Developer, one more. How do you help a person get forward in life through encouragement and positive reinforcement?
I walk alongside with them, and I help them. Yeah.
Walk alongside. Okay, so you want to know how to hit Premier?
Yes, please.
Okay, so Premier is a leadership position. So what we want to do here, okay, so how do I help people see their leadership we'll just put potential. for now. So help people see their leadership potential. Right, Lisa?
Yes.
So in order to help people do it, guess who has to go first?
I'll go. I'll run.
Okay. So this is what leaders do. They first decide that they're going to make a difference and make life easier. That means you have to be good at recognizing problems.
Okay.
So what are the problems that are making life difficult for other people? The second thing is you make a list of the resources, right, that can help solve those problems. See, you don't even have to be the resource. You could just be the
No.
facilitator of the resources.
Okay.
And so leadership in many ways is guidance,
Yes.
right?
Right.
To take the pressure off, to help people take the pressure off, and knowing that you can help with that. So that's what leaders do, is they help take the pressure off of other people so people can be free to go be themselves and be leaders themselves. Now, it doesn't mean you have to take the pressure on, right? Taking the pressure on doesn't take the pressure off of someone else.
Right.
It's really about helping them see their leadership ability. Like, oh my gosh, the pressure is clear. Okay. Then next, stick up hard, stick up very hard for those who are struggling. Fight with them. We'll get to that in a minute. So it's about fighting.
Okay.
Remember, and I've talked about this on a call we did the other night, like we need to be warriors here, Lisa.
Mm-hmm.
We need to be warriors. And you go to war with your energy.
Yeah.
Not with your practicality, your energy, right?
Yes.
Okay, so go to war with your energy and know that we're not doing this alone, because your job here is to help people feel better than you once did.
Yes.
So that means that you, with your communication strength, you get to tell your passionate stories about the problems you had before and why you're so committed to helping them.
Oh, okay.
So we're going to take context and we're going to put a positivity spin on it.
Okay.
Okay. And then you always promise them that you're going to do this.
Absolutely.
You say, we are going to do this together. But they got to take a step. So when you tell them to buy this kit, we'll do this together. Do this business, we'll do this together. Share this with other people, we'll do this together. So that you can help people see the leadership potential already inside of them.
Wow. Okay.
Okay. Then you rise to the needs of every moment, feel the vibe between them and other people, making sure everyone has an opportunity to hear and choose. If you're not sharing the business and the products with every single person you know, you are not giving other people the opportunity to choose. Get excited with the people who are choosing to run with you.
Okay.
And knowing that all of this honors your core values.
Wow.
Okay. So Lisa, write down some thoughts or notes right now. While you're writing down, I'm going to ask anybody else here that's listening right now to share what you learned from this before I pull up the next report.
I'll share. It just solidifies the fact that everybody can do this in their uniqueness.
Yeah. I love that you just said that. Everyone. We just, and I'll pull up 2 other reports that look different than this, and it'll be the same outcome every time. Right?
This is amazing.
Your whole framework of how you're going to hit Premier is right here on the screen.
I can see that. I thought relationship high was not a good thing, that I didn't have the skills, and you just pointed out everything. I have everything I need. And that's like so huge to me, that I'm okay and I'm good. And I've been given everything I need to succeed. And I understand it now, because I've looked at this report for a year, not knowing what to do with it. And you just, in a nutshell, bam. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you from my heart.
It makes me so happy. I have goosebumps.
This is beyond, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much. If you haven't done this, you need to do it. Yeah, I've got this.